Hi, it's Joshua from the Planets New team here. And on this video, what I'm going to try and do is talk about campaign games. What are they? How do you play them? What's the idea behind them? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go over the game list. Some of you may have noticed when you go to join a public game, some of the games are designated as campaign games. Now, campaign games are essentially standard Planets games, but with a whole bunch of fun new stuff added in. And the way that essentially each race has got a whole bunch of different advantages and ships and stuff that are custom that can get added in to a campaign game. And it's your way to sort of customize your race to define what you want to do. So you can see when you go to look at a campaign screen, it says all technology must be researched from your officer homepage before joining. And that's really important because you've got to define what it is that your race looks like before you actually click join in this game. Otherwise, that's how it's going to get set for the whole game. So once you join, it's stuck. You can't make any changes. So in order to go to your officers page, what you need to do is go back to your home and you have this officers tab. And for each officer that you've been playing, you will have accumulated some mega credits and resources that you can spend on advantages. So here I'm going to go onto my Evil Empire officer, and you can see here I'm a fleet admiral. So I actually have like tons of resources, and this is because I've had 4 victories with them, 1 second place finish and 3 first place victories. So I've accumulated a lot of resources. So what I can do is I can go to the ship and advantages. And the way that campaign games are set up is that each thing that you have has a certain advantage value. Some things are free. There's a 0 associated with them, but they have certain advantage values. So in this case, you can see that a PL-21 probe has got an advantage of 20. Now, when you enter a campaign game, you're not allowed to customize your race beyond 500 advantage. So essentially, this is how we keep balance in campaigns. So some races have a lot more advantages that they could add, but they're not allowed to add those. They have to give something up if they want to add something new in. So you can customize based on what you think is the most valuable, and then go up to 500 and then start the game. But first, you have to sort of earn and choose what advantages you want to effectively buy with the resources that you're earning from winning in standard games or any other game. And so once you earn some mega credits and money, then you can say, okay, I want to come in here and I want to buy an advantage that I maybe don't have. So for example, I might want to add Starbase Fighter Sweeping. At the moment, I have never researched this technology, so I haven't spent anything to get it, so I cannot turn it on. I need to go to it, and then I actually need to research this technology. And here we can see the cost of it in order to get it added to my Evil Empire character. And then I could decide, hey, I want to use that. I'm not going to research that one right now, but I'm going to go to the one free Starbase fighter, and I'm going to research this. So you can see here the cost of it. And then once I research this, then I have I've now got that advantage available. So it's gone right here. So now I could possibly add 1 free Starbase fighter, and these are cumulative in the Evil Empire. So I've got 5 free Starbase fighters, 1 Starbase fighter, and I can enable or disable these things. So essentially, if I wanted to customize my race, I could say, okay, I want to turn on Galactic Power, which is the Gorby fighting from the left side. Maybe I really like Dark Detection, so I'm going to enable that. But now my advantage is up to 525, so I would have to take something away in order to do that. So maybe I'll take away Starbase Fighter Transfer. And although I think that's a very good advantage, and I probably wouldn't give it up, but those are the things that I could decide to customize. So now at this point, I'm at 495. So once I turn on and off all these advantages, I can join the game. And this keeps the game as balanced and fun. Everyone is sort of stuck at 495, or 500, but they can decide what's the most valuable to them. So once you've sort of enabled and disabled, and same thing with ships here, I could enable the RU-25 gunboats, but then I'm slightly over, so I need to go in and maybe I disable my large deep space freighter. Kind of a questionable decision there, but I could do it. And then I'm under the 500. And so I can make those decisions to enable or disable ships that I think are valuable. And that is the total amount. Once I've set everything up here, I can go over to the game list, click on campaign, and I could actually join the game as the Evil Empire, in which case those settings that I turned on will be enabled when I go into the game. And once you're in the game, you can't make a change after that. So if you look through the races, you can go browse through all of the different races. There's tons of different advantages, ships, and different race advantages for each one. Every race has some campaign advantages and ships that you can research with your winnings from the other games. And playing in campaign games are a ton of fun. Chameleon class battleship here. It's Chameleon. You can appear to be like anything, any other ship. So many neat things. This is just a way that we can also experiment with new changes to the game by adding lots of new fun stuff, but not having the standard game configuration be completely going crazy, because obviously there's tons of additions that you can make, and you need a way to kind of limit how much to keep balance between the races. So this is what campaign games are. I hope you enjoy playing them, and we'll give one a try in the near future. Usually it's best once you've earned a few resources from playing in some other games, and then you spend your campaign resources to get into a campaign game. Thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and see you in the Echo Cluster.